moving on to the snare drum, let me show you what we got here. So I've got two separate tracks, one snare, one rims. They were recorded on the same microphone, which probably wasn't the best idea. It's usually wise to do like pencil condenser or something like that with your rim hits. I did not do that. I split them up, so as you can see, all the same track. What you want to do sometimes if you're doing heavy processing with different types of sounds, I duplicated the track and did one just for the snare, one for the rims. So that sounds like this. All right, and let's just do the snare without any processing. So these trims on here real quick, all they're for is phase inversion. They're out of phase with the overheads, so we just fix that. So that's that without. Let me duplicate this and we'll drag them all in. Now the first thing I did, add an REQ. I use an REQ a lot. They're fast, they're easy, not big on system resources, and okay. So you see a spike there. That's roughly where the fundamental is. So I bring that up. Cut below it. Cut right above it. And then cut a little more beyond there. Add some top end. Then add some top end. All right. After that, add the FET. It's just 1176 Softube version. Sound a little bit different one than the Waves, actually a little smoother. I like it a lot. And you'll see here, try not to hit more than 5 dB of gain reduction, a little bit of drive. I try and get the volume sort of be this roughly the same in as out. So all I'm really listening for is how it's handling my dynamics. So just a little more aggressive. Mid-slow attack, fast release, the way I like it. And then the F6. All I was doing here, so here you've got just trying to get a little bit more of that ring, tame right above it. Just get a little more sizzle on the top end. And that's it for the snare. Now on to the rim, which was a little more fun. All right. So with the rim, let's go over here. Give you all of this. So here's without. All right. Okay, so the R compressor. What I did, let's reset this. Okay. I wanted a little bit more of the wood hit from, or the hit of that drumstick on the rim. So I did about my 0.65 ratio. Fast attack. Bring this down. See how fast that's releasing? I wanted to release slower than that, so I switched over to opto. That gave me a lot more love from that rim hit. Brought that up because it really wasn't cutting through. Then after that, the American Class A. Didn't do anything with the shape. Bring this over. Okay, so did a high pass and a low pass on it. I love using the drive, especially if it wasn't recorded all that great, which this was old enough of a track. I learned a lot since then, but yeah. So bring up the drive. All right. Since we don't want too much of that going there, we want more of that wood hit on that stick. Bring that up. Sort of just eyeball it, just wherever you get your peak on your low end, you want to cut below that. Then just went nuts here. You see massive cuts at 500 hertz, 800 hertz. A little bit of compression. Reverb, just a little plate, about 20% wet. And there we go. And that's it for the snare and the rims.